So by now, people probably seen the botch. Well, I don't know. Can you call an injury a botch? I guess a botch being the mistake to move, the injury leading to the mistake in a move. I guess you could probably still technically call that a botch. I don't know what Matthew actually uses for the actual rules for it. So Kane and Seth Rollins were having a match in Dublin. So maybe, potentially the guys from OSW could have been there. Who knows? He went for kind of a sunset flip powerbomb spot. Land, you see him land, and you see his leg just go. And I'm like, oh, here's what he has. A torn ACL, I've got one of those. A torn MML, got one of those. And a medial meniscus. Yeah. That's my knee. He had it happen at one time. I've had mine happen over multiple leg injuries. And I'm telling you, that injury sucks. It sucks. Without proper rehab and giving it all the rest and recuperation that it needs and working on all the small muscles that hold everything in place, it can become a very unique sort of injury. I still can't jump, beyond the fact that I'm white. He's out 6 to 9 months. So, if you look at a calendar right now, 6 months, beginning of May. Potentially. So he misses WrestleMania. 9 months. 9 months. We're in like we're like October. We're like August, September. So we're looking at potentially returning for SummerSlam. SummerSlam's probably definite for him. It's actually kind of a blessing in disguise. His run had a lot of bumps in it. When he first got the title, he hasn't had those really fantastic, amazing feuds. The feud with Cena worked because it was Cena. The feud with Sting was adequate. The feud with Kane was horrible. The bit they did with Dean, it worked well enough. Wasn't great, but it worked well enough. The bit they were going with him and Roman Reigns seemed like it had some really good legs to stand on, kind of. But now they're going to do a tournament to decide the new champion at Survivor Series. Have not had that since it was the Deadly Games Survivor Series, which I want to say ended with Mankind and The Rock, with McMahon throwing it behind The Rock at the very end to become champion. So it could be interesting to see who they're going to put the belt on. This is one of those great times you can go, who do we have who's like right there? And there's enough time between now, you can put the belt on somebody unique, like an Ambrose. Or, well, Orton is out, Rusev is out, Cena is out, Daniel Bryan. If he's cleared, I would not put the belt on him. I just wouldn't. If the Wyatts weren't embroiled in a feud with Taker and Kane, this could be a unique time to put a title on someone like him. This is going to show a pretty big size hole in your main event roster. Looking at the guys they had who did the 8-man tournament, Ziggler could be interesting, but he's feud with Tyler Breeze. Owens, dual champ, could be interesting. Currently kind of feud with Dean Ambrose. In a dream world, you have it come down to Cesaro and Reigns. And you put that title on Cesaro. And you have Cesaro hold it through TLC, drop the belt to whoever at the Royal Rumble. And that could be one of those, you've had a really solid year. We've got a guy who can put on 5-star matches. You're going to put on 5-star matches. We're going to put the title on you. Great. That's awesome. But you'll probably drop it at Royal Rumble. You're not going to carry it till Mania. The nice thing now is you have that option. You can put it on a lot of really interesting characters. interesting performers. And you can have them carry that belt through TLC. TLC is an easy pay-per-view to get through. You know, it's either going to be a ladder match, a tables match, a chairs match, a TLC match, maybe a stairs match. But you know there's enough variations of matches you can throw in that you can have somebody hold the title, retain the title, but not need to pin somebody. Hopefully, oh God. Hopefully they don't do. I hope they don't put it on somebody and then toss the belt on to Cena at Royal Rumble. That'd be horrible. Where Cena is right now, if he gets a U.S. title again, he ties Ric Flair. If he gets the world title again, he ties Ric Flair. I'm hoping they don't nuclear and go, all right, John, here's your title. No. No, with the way ratings are right now, if you were to throw in a brand new person, your ratings are low. A new person, you might get a bump. But you know you're in that weird lull period where between Survivor Series, which is your last really big one, till Royal Rumble, you've got that kind of, you got lots of football games, you got lots of holiday shows. You can put this belt on someone unique. I think it'd be awesome to see that on an Owens, on a Cesaro, on an Ambrose. You put it, or even on Ziggler. You put it on somebody who's not quite your top tier main event guy, but they're upper mid, the mid to upper mid. Just to go, we're going to do this. We're going to see how it plays out. If it works well, you might retain it, Royal Rumble. If it doesn't work out, Royal Rumble, we've got a lot of people who could potentially be back. Toss the belt on one of them. Big successful defense at Chamber, or I guess now it's Fastlane. Let's get a good defense at Fastlane. There's your Mania match. There you go. So, hopefully, Seth, you come back. It's going to be an awesome time to come back as a face. I think you have lots of mileage as a face. In 6 to 9 months, the Authority could pick a new guy. Rollins can come back. By that time, just imagine if Authority threw the weight behind Reigns. Reigns became this uber heel. And then Rollins comes back. Shortly after you've had that feud with Reigns and Ambrose. And then Rollins comes back as like the conquering hero to be the one to destroy the Roman Empire. And then seeing Rollins and Ambrose teaming together to stop Reigns and the Authority. Can make for good television.